Hello, good morning and welcome to WhiteDetails. This week, I'm midweek already, it's Wednesday morning. Wasn't going to record, vlog, document this week at all. Had plans to get my head down, there's lots on, we're behind schedule already. Reason being the RS4 here, there's the vehicle next door. We're meant to be picked up yesterday, which haven't been picked up. So there's 3 bays, 3 full bays. There's a car outside, a Boxster, Porsche Boxster S, which is here for the a white detail, and we're very much delayed because of the movements of these two. So they're going today. There's going to be movements of them to record. There's going to be after footage of this to record. There's going to be some stuff behind the scenes stuff in the Porsche, and the reception and the love just for the RS6 on social media. It is an incredible car, and it's had well over 1,000 likes on Instagram. So I thought, let's start with some after footage of this. Then we'll go on to the rest of the week and see how it pans out. Without further ado, let's start the music and let's start the show.
And it just might be the only thing that
The Audi received a single stage machine polish and enhancement detail. Wheels have been treated inside and out off the vehicle. Multiple areas in the car actually required a 2-stage polish, the front end being one of them. Impact areas on kamikaze bugs when this vehicle's moving along at subsonic speeds, as I'm sure it probably does. The etchings have been there and left to stay. Similar to bird poo, they will attack and affect the paintwork. So as I say, these two cars, they are, well, one here, one through next door, you can't see in a minute. They're being picked up very shortly by a covered transporter. Next up, a little Porsche Boxster S, here for a white detail. Week gets better. Well, I say that, there's progress now. The Porsche's inside, the wheels are off. 2 vehicles have disappeared now. This is the Nardo Grey RS6 waiting on collection tomorrow morning. Still got to wipe it down. Quickly examine the Porsche's paint. We don't need any special lights for this. It's pretty flat, it's pretty bad, it's pretty far gone. Terry's just rigging up the D-match and straight away there. Oosh! So much colour and so much clarity hidden and lost underneath this. Bonnet's been painted, we've removed the badge. Look how washed out it is and hazy and blemishy and scratched and pretty thin paint as well. So, trouble is, this is booked for the white detail, but on the quotation it's been balanced between a minor and a major correction on the basis that there's a lot of deep scratches that wouldn't really come out with polishing anyway without additional paint. There's abrasions and scars in the bumpers. So it's do what we can in the timescales with the paint with what we've got, but it's already quite thin, so it's working to a combination. It's finding the right balance. Oh. Going to take some work this. I know it's a minor / major correction. Look at these marks here on the top of the spoiler. There's a lot left going on here. But the reason I jumped from the tailgate to the spoiler, it's looking nicer, is because of this. I wanted clarification on the badge if we got the go ahead and the okay to remove it. You're never going to be able to polish inside the letters, inside the E and the R to correct the defects. There's always going to be a haze there, and as well as the ground up dirt around the letters themselves. So got the go ahead, green light, new Boxster badge is being replaced, and it'll be with me tomorrow. So that what that allows us to do, whip this off, polish, clean, correct as one. It'll be a much sharper finish and corrected throughout before a new badge is applied later in the week. With the use of some dental floss and a heat gun, time to remove the badge. One of them jobs which you wish you never started. Good intentions of trying to help and get a better job out of the whole correction. But looks like someone's been here before. Now rather than do it the proper way, which is this way, in replacing the badge with a new unit, because these come with self-adhesive backing from Porsche, someone's actually had this off in the past and put a blob, put another blob, put another blob, put another blob, put another of silicone of some description. So I would show you the removal process of this, but a lot of you would squirm. It's not the usual approach. It involves heat, it involves rubbing and a bit of tar and glue remover to pull this mess off the paint. This will polish up. A lot of that still needs to come off. There's adhesive left there. STER removed, cut, compound, correct, and put a new badge on. Like it should have been done the first time around. Wednesday chills. Thought I'd better pause that one. Rather embarrassing if you heard it. Oops. A bit of test refinement been done down this little channel on the offside, just as an idea as to where we're heading, because currently everything that's being cut is being pretty churned up. The haze, the mottled. How this is coming out on camera, I don't know, but if you know what you're looking for there, you can see it's nowhere near finished. There, the bottom. PPF will have a light run over this section, the stone guard, to try and reduce some of this. But the hybrid really coming into its own in these sections. Beautiful colour. Beautiful. I mean, looking at that, there's a lot going on. But if you pinpoint individual scratches, whether you can see that. And look at all this. Battered. Lazy ankles and lazy legs. I'm just trying to tell you. Overspray. Really got the work cut out on this one. Okay, I need to turn the lights off. RS6 on charge. That's going tomorrow. Whoa. Look at the colour trying to shine through. That's going to be stunning. Considering we know this is hazy down the bottom. Look at the colour. It's so rich. And then as we go up top, this obviously yet to be done, and it feathers out around there. So some of the edge work has been done. But without going on too much more, I'm going to show you the raw wing, front wing. It's always difficult to try and pull focus like this. Okay, petrol filler cap, scratch, scratch, still the same scratch, probably the same scratch, scratch, scratches. Ooh. That's a nasty one on the very edge because of its location. It catches your nail. Whoa. Wowee. Some good news. This headlight, turn the lights back on. This headlight is in its original state. It's frosty, it's cloudy. It could do with being flatted and having a full restoration back, but it's not been sort of priced for, it's not in the quote. However, with a machine polish, we're able to go from that to this. So, can I get that in the same shot? I can. But is it easy to see? It's not. Basically, it's come up well. When this one gets machine polished, we'll do a before and after on that. The near side rear wing is equally as bad. By the way, those that have bought the feather duster, as you see here, it's great for this purpose, but I certainly wouldn't want to be doing this once the paintwork is refined. If you think all that there, focus, great, it gets it gone, that is going to be marking the paint, guaranteed. So if you refine the paintwork, look how dusty this operation is. If you refine the paintwork, you don't want to be using any contact to remove the dust. Take my word for it, it will mark, it will scratch. But for this exercise, to get the thick off before we go on to refining, it's perfect. During the refining stage, what I would use, as some will know already, is the blower, the vehicle blower, the dryer. This blasts and eliminates dust without the use of contact. Anyway, similar to the front wing, there's a lot going on. I think that's a bit of Jim's elbow grease there. It's charming. Overspray down the channel, which I'm working on the offside currently. What time is it? Oh, 5 to 6. Okay. Look at all this mess. 5 to 6. Last week's RS4, the green pearl Audi RS4 after the WhiteDetails vlog is going live. Currently we have 41 views on the episode already. It's not yet public. 41 views from the Patreon channel, those that get early access because of the Patreon. I think it went live Sunday night, Patreon. So here we go. Edit, unlisted, public. There we go. Notification squad will be in there. And you've got it 3 minutes early. You're welcome. Here we go. It's at this point this gets addictive. I'm going to be here for an hour, maybe 2 hours. Tonight, get some more progress. But it's just the refreshing of the app to see what the numbers are. It's up to 58 already. From 41 to 58. Let's give it a second. Let's give it a refresh. 85. 5 likes already as well. You've not even watched the video, it always makes me laugh. People get to the video, bang! Thumbs up. Nice work. As said earlier in the video, 3 cutting sets is all these headlights are having. They're not really butching for the full wet sand restoration. So they're going to be refined down now. The clarity's back. I showed you this one before. Clarity's back. And they'll be sealed up later on. Okay, another Duff battery. Probably get through a battery and a half a day here when I'm trying to vlog. Good. Gonna round up some updates for you very shortly. Tune. Evanescence. I want to refine the wing, just out of interest. 98% of the putting is complete, and it's like a different car. But for my own benefit, I'm gonna refine the wing. Jabba. Where can you see? Hello. Right. 98% of the cutting complete in the polishing. 3% of the refining complete. That was just for me an interest to see where it's all at, to see if the refining process is going to be the chosen process for tomorrow. It's 5 o'clock Thursday. Friday morning will be start the refining, finish the refining. No IPA on the section yet. I'm not, and the unit isn't set up for. The unit isn't set up for full refinements to take place just yet. Reason being, look, it's a minion process. It's a real dry, dusty cut, this, so bloody tape everywhere. Ow! Which is now stuck to my arm. So I'm gonna spend 20 minutes sorting the car out, and then the unit as well. There's gonna be a mountain of dust on the floor. All good intentions with the spur and bucket of collecting what we can. There's just a film collects everywhere. So before any more is refined, hang on, I'm not even showing you this yet. It's going to be better with the big light off again. Look at the colour already. Hang on, you can go away. And you can go away. You can go away. And this is where the camera does the colour. Come on. Come on. You're nearly there. Oh, come on. So we're left with a rich, very rich, 99.5% defect free. I am very pleased with the outcome of this wing. As I say, it's yet to be refined, yet to be panel wiped. I need to change my cloths and, as I say, clean the, where is it? Clean the unit down. Looking good. Oh, awesome colour. The A-pillar going up to the top, that's been cut and refined actually, whilst I was up there balancing on the top. There's been some real deep scratches pulled out of this wing. This offside front wing and the near side rear wing were terribly bad. Terribly bad. I'll put a picture on Instagram, a video on Instagram actually there. That's the remnants, that's the remains of, you see it just above my light? That's the remains of, it's quite a long scratch that ran on the very edge of the arch there. And that's all we're left with. Can't see it with the light facing down. It's no wonder because it's not in focus. Can't see it. That there is lint that you're looking at. Right, okay, that's enough. Now for a mammoth clean-up operation. Told you, that sure warms you up. That's a good inch thick, that. Now, we have an environment that the refining process can start, and then, same again, it will be swept before any coatings are applied. Maybe tomorrow, if not Saturday or Sunday. Good morning. Just 11:30. Yar. So, oh, by the way, the car's refined. We didn't show any of the refining process. And my goodness, it looks well. Terry and I were just saying how it's amazing how you can manipulate a paint's finish over a couple of days. This arrived hammered, to be honest. Sorry, Mark, but it was. Well, that's why it was here. That's why it was booked in. Really has come up a treat. So for the time being, before paint protection, I'm applying some very, very fine little chips here. One or two here. The usual down the lower valance on the near side door, perhaps on the door edge as well. Yeah, one here. There's 2 dozen or so. Anyway, that's me for the next 20 minutes. Meanwhile, Terry's applying G on rim. Touch-ups complete. Terry's been on the exhaust tip. Looking sharp, one's there now. Now what? Interior. Actually the time is 5 to 1. Terry's actually on the road. It's Fish and Chip Friday today, so having fish and chips. Bit of a treat. And then after dinner, it's interior process. Let's have a quick look at what's going on in here. Probably doesn't look too bad. Point out some of the obvious stuff. Toothpick required in here, get the dirt out of the film of dust everywhere. These always get tacky. Are they removable? That's really tacky. Listen, the finger sticks to it. Yeah, removable. Degrease that and try and give it a non-tacky matte finish. Same for that one. Oh, this just needs a good wipe and a vac. And the leather itself, I think is deceivingly dirty, but can't really see it because the colour. Open all the cracks out and flush all of this out. Get the airline down the side of the seats to remove the dirt that we don't know is there. And then scrub some materials, carpets. Now usually on these Boxsters, you slide the chair all the way forward and do this, and it hits. Yeah, it's no different. Down she goes. Try again. Clear. All the way. Okay. Right. All of this is going to be made easier with the roof lowering key. Inside the vents, gubby in there. Get the foam swab into that to sort it. The leather trim is looking pretty dirty. We'll try and get a 50-50 of all this to show you how dirty that is. It's difficult to know how dirty it is until you get a clean spot, but that to me, that paint is dry on my finger. That to me is pretty grubby there. Under the memory seat function. Shiny leather, dirty leather, sticky, dirty, shiny steering wheel. Patchy water spots and mess on there as well. I think this has been left outside of the roof down for the odd occasion. Look at the dust. Opportunity to polish this by hand now as well, the roof's down. And also we can pop out the vents here at the back, because these always get ignored, and it's normally pretty minion under there. Remove the glass section, scrub all this, sort the leather, plastics, blow it all out. Good few hours work. Whoa! Ah, goodies. Goodies, 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 goodies. I know what these are. Splendid. Goodies and some sweeties. Got some sweeties, Terry.
WhiteDetails.
Got some sweeties.
Sweeties, are those pats?
Package.
Yay!
Look at that.
Oh wow, look at all those.
Right. We'll come back to these, because I can smell the fish and chips. Midway through the interior process, I think, are we? Looking to show a bit of a 50-50 here on the seat base. Top half, these two have been cleaned, this hasn't, so the sort of grey, brown, greenish tinge coming off and the shiny effect has been reduced on the top half. From what we can see there in the bottom half, not the best example. We'll do another 50-50 on the armrest to show you a bit of a before and after, clean, dirty. 50-50 on the armrest. Obviously it's a horizontal divide. Shiny.
I thought that was the shadow.
Oh, really? Actually, from that angle, yeah.
Well, look at that. That looks like a shadow.
All right. From this angle, it is to get the light, the sheen up top. But that's virtually the case over the whole car. Believe it or not, this is the colour of the rinse water from just the door cards and the console. So your plastics, your dash. Look how nice the wheel looks now. The central plastics looking sharp, the leather looking matte. Everything, the carpet's nice and fluffy, having been given a good scrub. All these have been sorted, glass still needs doing. The third window and the vents here yet to be done. These are done, so these two, if you recognise them, they're the little switches from the instrument panel. Glue and tack free. So this, yeah, not even, this isn't your leather or your carpets, this is just the dash. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, let's talk about this delivery. It's not a delivery I was expecting. There's one very similar due in from America very soon. Wall pads, microfiber pads, different sizes. Pretty cool texture here going on. Let's learn a bit more about it. We have a letter. Hi Jim, I would have handwritten this, but I want you to be able to read it. Encloses the new Detailing Kingdom compound Vision, as well as the new Detailing Kingdom Fury wall pad. Have a play with both and try the compound on any pads that you like. We have been having great success with it on phone. Okay. I have enclosed a new type of microfiber pad for you to try, also the Euro fiber, with both cutting fibers and polishing fibers blended together into one pad. You are now able to remove light to moderate scratches and swirls, polish to perfection and finish to a high shine just in one pad. To put simply, they will cut almost as well as a full-on cutting pad, but the finish is significantly better. Coupled with Detailing Kingdom 1.1, it is quite the combination. Winky smiley face. Enjoy. Imran Hussain from Into Detailing. Thank you very much, Imran. We've been in touch since Waxstock. I was introduced to Imran and Detailing Kingdom at Waxstock. So thank you for your time. Thank you for sending this out. Imran's information and details for Into Detailing. This is the Fury wall pad. Some girth on that. That's going to be nice on the contours. Okay, so it's a 1. Then we have a 6, a 5, a 3, 2, 1. This is the hybrid microfiber. So we've got polishing and cutting fibers blended into one. Obviously at this stage I haven't yet used, so it's too early for me to say yay or nay. But be sure to stay tuned for future episodes because they will be used and trialed in due course. Imran and Detailing Kingdom, thank you very much. Thank you for the sweets as well. One of the first packages received this week is for these two lovely soft brushes. I actually it's quite satisfying. They are really, really soft. An ergonomic textured design. There's a textured bevel section here in the middle. Sort of chemical resistant. You can use them as wheel brushes, interior brushes. Just extremely, extremely soft. Holding off announcing anything more on these yet. I put something on the Instagram, but we're in talks, the company that sent these across, to try and source a UK reseller, because currently they're over the pond in America and work out pretty expensive to ship into the UK from that end, so bringing them into this country to make things easier for 80% of this audience. Morning, Friday, no it's not, Saturday, final day today. Time for some paint protection. But first, wipe down with John Prep. Carbon Collective trim in use here. This is a semi-permanent trim restorer. This little foam swab, as you've seen, is just easy to get into inaccessible areas that your fingers can't. These always go bad. So if you have a Boxster or a Carrera with this scuttle, which fades and discolors, what I do is open the bonnet and trim dress the underside and throughout as well. And then it's the wind mirror base and the vents in the front end, and that's about it. Oh, the section of the mud flap there and the on the spoiler. 5 minutes later, back at the front end. One nice sharp looking, dressed and wiped accordingly. Do the glass again now. Mirrors next. Bit of taping up required for this one. Foam swap coming in handy again. Here we are, mirror base after, tight down the edge and underneath. the Carbon Collective Platinum trim. Now the hood's back up, there is a small section of trim that runs down, which was hidden before, and then the registration plate, the registration surround for the front end. And I probably should have some gloves on for this. Saturdays are mostly all good. It's normally paint protection, it's normally wheels, it's normally the final dressings and finishing touches. It's amazing how long you can spend doing said finishing touches. Before you know it, it's 10 to 2 and you were supposed to be at a barbecue half an hour ago. And I've probably still got another 40 minutes on the car before I'm happy. And that's without doing the documentation and the videoing of the after footage, but perhaps that means a ride in tomorrow for that purpose. Almost there, I do believe. One of the very final finishing touches and the icing on the cake. We have one really tight, delaminated, knackered front number plate. The rear is not so bad, but for the sake of 20 quid, brand new plate, ready to go on. It's no good, I'm trying to rush around and finish and finalise and get the footage and torch and clean the unit and set the lights up, and just, I like to take my time in doing so. It is now 2:45, I'm in big trouble because I'm late for the barbecue. So it means a trip in tomorrow on Sunday. But this turnaround is going to be worth taking my time in the after footage. So I'm not taking it to the barbecue. I'll see you tomorrow. Sunday, good morning. Having a quick tidy up, having a sweep, doing my pads, doing my cloths, and then we'll get to the after footage and portion. Porsche Boxster finished, and it's been fully transformed. To be honest, it's been a hell of a turnaround. It is amazing how the paintwork in the vehicle, the whole vehicle itself, can be manipulated with the correct approach and turnaround methods. It really has been transformed. Today is Bank Holiday Sunday. The vehicle is going out tomorrow, Bank Holiday Monday. The sun is out. I have the drone in the car, my DJI drone, so I'd like to get the car outside into the yard to get some after footage to really show off that awesome colour. Yeah, I'd say it's about 90% in terms of its overall. There's one or two areas, the bumpers could have been painted before the detail, if I'm honest, to help a few worse areas, abrasions and scars. There's a stress fracture, a couple of stress fractures on the front bumper. And then the convertible hood, someone's been too close to it previously with a pressure washer, and as a result it's upturned the pile on the fabric hood, unfortunately. Quick time off for me. I'm going to get into town now, get a few jobs done, start the edit, and then back in next week on an Audi Q5. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.